Hi, friends. Welcome to your exploratory vinyasa practice of the day. If you haven't practiced with me before, my name is Katrina, and this is Eb, and this is Flo. And we are going to take you on for a journey. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and like and drop a comment below just to tell me how you're feeling, where you are in the world, anything at all. I would love to connect with you wherever in the world you may be. So we're going to get started in an easy, comfortable cross-legged position for today. And as you arrive there, just go ahead and close your eyes. Begin to tune into your space. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. And begin to bring a gentle awareness to your breath. Bring an awareness into the cooling sensations of the inhale and the warming sensations of the exhale. Set a gentle intention for your practice for today. And allow your heart to be receptive to curiosity, self-inquiry, and play. Imagine as if the asanas, the poses, the physical embodiments of the practice are instruments in your toolbox. How could you make each instrument your own? Yoga is not commercial, but rather it is personal. It is the opportunity to come back to center. It is the opportunity to connect to your breath and mind. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are, just bringing an awareness to your sit bones all the way up through the crown of your head. On your last breath, go ahead and bring your hands just onto your knees and grab a hold of your knees as you begin to just pull your knees towards your chest without them actually moving. Go ahead and blink the eyes open, creating this activation. Welcome to your practice. On your next breath in, I want you to inhale to bring your chest and heart forward. And on your exhale, round down through the upper back. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, bring your chest and heart forward. Think cow pose. On your exhale, think cat pose. Inhale brings you into that cow pose. Exhale, round down into that cat. Making sure this movement is coming from the upper back, your shoulders, your thoracic spine. Inhale into that cow pose. Maybe your gaze looks up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round down, hide your heart. Inhale into that cow pose. Exhale, round down and in into that cat. One more time, just like that. Beautiful work. Inhale, chest and heart reaches forward. Exhale, hide your heart. Come into this introverted space. On your next breath in, go ahead and plant your palms to the very top of your mat and come into a tabletop shape. In your tabletop, go ahead and circle over the wrists a couple of times here, just getting into the wrist flexors, into the hands, into the fingertips by driving down the fingertips down into the earth. And I invite you to change directions and put in your movement of choice here. This is your opportunity to be exploratory in your physical nature. Explore the ways you can move that container, maybe even experimenting with different hand placements as you draw those circles and switching the directions of those circles by passing through cat, cows. How can you make this movement your own? Beautiful. Once you're done, flip the hands so that the fingertips are pointing towards the very top edge of your mat. Now I want you to shift your weight forward and back, allowing the shoulders to move past the wrists. And just noticing how you feel here, making sure that you're pushing the ground away with your inner knuckles. Now, on your next inhale, I want you to bring your shoulders just past your wrists, and I want you to fixate your eyes on something, on a target, just outside the very edge of your mat. Maybe it's something on the floor, maybe it's something in your carpet, but I want your eyes to maintain this fixed gaze. On your next breath in, I want you to shake the head no, but your eyes remain very still, fixated on that point in your mat. Adding a progression here, go ahead and nod the head yes, but your eyes maintain fixated towards that spot, your target. Breathing here, don't hold your breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and tuck all 10 toes behind you. Push off through the palms into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Go ahead and pedal out through the feet. And as you find your stable downward facing dog, create a bend in your legs. The heels lift up away from the earth. Push the ground away with your hands and with your feet. Equal push between the legs and the hands. Inhale, right leg reaches up high towards the sky. Bend your right leg. Kick that right heel towards your right glute. Lower your left heel down. And I want you to draw these big, big circles with your right hip. Adding an extra brainy challenge, I want you to circle that right ankle as you draw those circles with that right hip. Switching directions, offering your body this challenge of coordination. Beautiful. Lower your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, left leg reaches up high towards the sky, three-legged dog. Bend your left leg, lower down your right heel onto the earth. Now draw those big, big, big circles with that left hip. Maybe even adding this extra challenge of coordination by circling your left ankle with that left hip. Notice how the sensation changes here. Your glutes are firing and engaging. Switch directions if you wish. On your next inhale, left foot meets the right, downward facing dog. Take an exhale here. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs. Bottom of your exhale, wave your spine forward into high plank pose. Slowly lower down onto your belly for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Left hand at the 10 o'clock direction, right hand at the 2 o'clock direction outside of your mat for oscillating cobra. Stay heavy in the hips here as you inhale to lift up through the chest. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Let your eyes look up towards your eyelids. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, rise. Eyes look up. Exhale, lowers you down. Bring your left hand into a T-like shape or a cactus open position, whatever you choose. We're going to take a little twist here, but I want you first to drive that right heel up towards the sky, and then bringing that right foot over the left leg. In this position, I want you to create an activation with your left arm. I want you to press your left hand down onto the earth to the best of your ability, and we'll hold this here for 10 seconds. Keep pushing that arm down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Breathe here. Take a moment. We're going to create another activation. This time we're going to attempt to lift this left arm up without it actually leaving the earth. I want you to create the action of that left arm reaching up towards the sky without it actually leaving the ground. Take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, activate that left arm to lift it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a moment to integrate with your breath. On your next inhale, return to center. Notice the areas in which your body fired up at, creating that total activation. This time we're going to bring that right arm into a cactus-like shape. Go ahead and kick your left heel up into the earth, and then bring that left foot over the right leg. Twist. Maybe your gaze fixates on something underneath your furniture or on the floor. But we're going to create that isometric contraction, that isometric hold once again. So I want you to imagine as if you're driving all the energy into that right hand and into that right forearm down onto the earth. Drive it down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a moment to catch your breath. I love these isometric contractions because they help fire up the afferent signals to our brain, allowing us to access a greater range of motion and strength output. This time we are going to create the opposite effect by creating the action of bringing that right arm up without it actually leaving the earth. So take an inhale here. On your exhale, try to lift up that right arm for 10. Breathe here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Return to center. Reach your arms in front of you, but I want you to create this external rotation of your shoulders. So imagine as if your thumbs want to spin up high towards the sky as your pinkies go lower towards the earth. We're going to create those isometric holds and contractions once again. But I want you to bring your forehead down onto the earth. I wish I could do that as well, but I have to look out for this microphone over here. So rest your forehead down onto the earth, and I want you to pay close attention to what your rib cage is doing in this movement. We're essentially creating a hollow body shape, but on our stomachs. And this time, as you drive your hips down, I want you to really knit your ribs down and underneath you. your low belly might leave the earth, and that's totally cool. But this time I want you to drive the outer blades of your hands down onto the earth to the best of your ability. Total activation here. We'll take an inhale. On your exhale, drive your arms down onto the earth, keeping the rib cage knitted down and underneath you. Feel that sensation in your lats and in your back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, release. Awesome work. Take a couple of breaths in and just notice how your back feels here. This is a great opportunity to allow the lats and the traps to become activated and creating that relationship to your brain. And you know what's coming up next. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, I want you to imagine as if you're lifting your hands up from the earth without them actually lifting. Knit your ribs down and underneath you. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, release. Whew. That work is not easy, but it sure will feel really good when we get into flow. So just take a moment here to breathe and connect to your breath. Noticing how much more available your back body may feel. From there, bring your forearms towards you, elbows underneath the shoulders. Pull your chest and heart through, gentle Sphinx pose. Inhale. Exhale out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. Right hand goes underneath the right shoulder. Left hand goes underneath the left shoulder. Your journey to downward facing dog, however you choose to get there, is totally your choice. From downward facing dog, walk your hands towards your feet into Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend your legs to create that connection to your belly. Maybe shift side to side, getting that movement into the hips. And on your next breath in, roll yourself up to stand into Tadasana. Feel the connection from your foot arches with the earth, establishing this grounding connection. Then go ahead and bring your right foot behind you. Tops of the right foot press down onto the earth, and I want you to maintain this neutral pelvis. Try not to let the pelvis go. Try to maintain this neutral stance as you press the tops of your right foot down onto the earth. Look forward and just breathe here. Your arms can do anything you wish. But what we're doing is we're releasing that right ankle and creating greater hip mobility, because your ankle mobility directly impacts your hip mobility. And we must recognize that the body is an interconnected ecosystem. So breathe here, connect to your natural rhythm of your breath. Take one last inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now I want you to bring that right foot just in front of you. Focus on maintaining a neutral pelvis here. But I want you to keep your right foot neutral, and I just want you to circle with that right ankle in front of you. Draw 3 circles to the right and 3 circles to the left, making sure that your pelvis stays with you. Then bring that right foot to meet your left. This time we're going to bring that right foot out towards the outer edge of your mat, towards the right side. Now I want you to draw those tiny circles with that right foot going to the right. After you've done 3, do 3 on the left. Beautiful. Bring that right foot to center. Now we're going to bring that right foot behind us. Now I want you to really focus on maintaining that neutral pelvis. Don't let the pelvis go back into that extension with your right foot. It's not going to be a big great motion here, but I want you to draw 3 circles to the right, then 3 circles to the left with that right foot. Beautiful. Bring it back to center. From here, I want you to bring your left foot behind you, tops of the left foot press down onto the earth. Look forward. Your arms can do whatever you choose, but I want you to focus on driving down lightly through the tops of that left foot, keeping that neutral pelvis. And just breathe your natural rhythm here. Take one last inhale and exhale out through your nose. Beautiful. Bring that left foot to center. Now I want you to bring that left foot in front of you. We're drawing those circles again, 3 to the right, keeping a neutral pelvis, then 3 to the left. Awesome. Bring that left foot to meet the right. Now bring that left foot towards the left side, the left outer edge of your mat, maintaining that neutral pelvis. Draw 3 circles to the right and 3 circles to the left. Beautiful. Left foot meets the right. This time, bring that left foot behind you to a place that you cannot see, making sure that your pelvis doesn't go with that left foot. Maintain that neutral pelvis the entire time. Draw 3 circles to the right and 3 circles to the left. Beautiful. Left foot meets the right to center. Go ahead and walk your feet to the very outer edge of your mat. And as your feet land, I want you to wiggle to the left, wiggle to the right, down into a malasana, passive squat. Keep these wiggles in. These wiggles are a really great way to get into the hips, allowing you to just explore your own movement into the practice. Shifting to the right, shifting to the left. Maintaining a nice long spine as you explore this movement. Go ahead and find a malasana, passive squat. Drive your knees into your elbows. And listen closely. We're going to add some movement here. Bring your right hand to the middle of your mat. Right knee to your chest. Kick that right leg through. Imagine that your left arm is pulling a bow into a string. Bring it back into that malasana. Take an inhale. On your exhale, left hand to the middle of the mat. Kick that left leg through. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, right hand, right leg kicks through. Bring it back to center. Inhale. Exhale, left leg kicks through. Go at your own pace here, connecting to the inhales and the exhales. We're going to take 2 more rounds wherever you are, so have fun with it. And whenever you're ready, we'll meet in malasana. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, straighten out through the legs, drive your hips back, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. On your exhale, walk your heels in towards each other, hip width distance apart. Roll it up to stand. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms. Externally, rotate the shoulders to shine your heart through. Inhale, hands meet at heart center. On your next exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, flatten your spine. On your next breath out, walk your hands back into that downward facing dog. But in your downward facing dog, I want you to try to bring your feet and your heels down onto the earth. Just feeling the sensation in the backs of your ankle. Feel free to walk your dog closer just to get that sensation. Inhale. Exhale out through your nose. I want you to just walk your feet back just so that your heels are lifted slightly away from the earth. Bend your legs. Create a stabilized downward facing dog. Breathe here. On your next inhale, right leg reaches up towards the sky. Bend your right leg. Just to step the right foot to the outside of right hand. Drop the left knee down. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky, twist. On your exhale, modified pyramid pose, you fold. Bend through that right leg, just to step the left foot to the outside of left hand. Inhale, active squat. Notice how much more available this active squat feels after all that work we did at the very back of the mat. Exhale, straighten up through the legs, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up high towards the sky. Exhale, sit the hips low, active squat. Inhale to plant the palms, step the left foot back, followed by the right, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, left leg reaches up high towards the sky. Bend your left leg. Step your left foot to the outside of left hand. As it lands, drop the right knee down. Inhale, twist and reach your left arm up high towards the sky. On your exhale, fold, modified pyramid pose. Flex your left foot towards your face. Bend that left leg just to step the right foot lightly to the outside of your right hand. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, straighten up through the legs, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, sit back down, active squat. Inhale to plant the palms. Step your right foot back, followed by the left, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs. Bottom of your exhale, way forward into high plank pose. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, take a vinyasa. Do the push-up, drop knees, lower the forearms, look forward. Inhale pulls you through, upward facing dog, eyes look up towards the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of the Awakening Yoga Surya Namaskar A. Take your journey to the very top of the mat in that active squat by either hopping, stepping, floating, handstanding, whatever you choose. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs, bottom of your exhale, hop, step, float, feet to the outside of your hands. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, straighten through the legs, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, sit the hips low, active squat. Inhale to plant the palms, hop, step, float into your vinyasa. Drop knees, followed by the forearms. Pull your way through, upward facing dog, eyes look up. Exhale, push through the arms, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, lift the heels, bend the legs, bottom of the exhale, hop, step, float, feet to the outside of your hands. Inhale, active squat, strong legs. Exhale, straighten through the legs, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, sit low, active squat. Inhale to plant the palms, vinyasa. Final round. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs, bottom of your exhale. Hop, step, float, feet into active squat. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, sit low, active squat. Inhale to plant the palms, vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths in your downward facing dog. Can you push off equally through the hands and through the feet? Can you drive your hips back? Beautiful. We're going to come into a dynamic flow here. And we'll take this first round slow. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to play. So be exploratory, be curious in your practice. On your next breath in, three-legged dog, the right leg lifts, look forward. Bend your right leg. Step your right foot to the outside of right hand. As it lands on your exhale, kick that left leg through. Bring that left foot to the very back of your mat and find this lizard lunge. Go ahead and shift forward and shift back. Connecting to your breath. Always know that you could also lower your forearms down and shift forward and back as well. Choose whichever variation is going to make you feel good. Keep driving back through that left heel. On your next inhale, lower that left knee down. Push off through the right heel into Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. And if you're in your half splits, I want you to allow the top of your right foot to just imagine itself inspecting and looking around the room. This is really great for that ankle mobility as well. So just play around with that movement as you shift your hips back. Breathing here, not losing that connection to your breath. And then just settle into your Ardha Hanumanasana for a moment. I want you to plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, drive that right leg up just to bring it back behind you. Almost as if you're coming into a bird dog shape, but I want you to lower the top of your right foot behind you. We're going to pulse that right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Hold it there. Flex that right foot just to drive that right foot to the middle of your mat. Beautiful work as it lands here. Lean your weight to that right leg as you tuck your left toes behind you. Find that pyramid pose you fold. Hands or no hands, challenge your balance. On your next breath in, rise up into high crescent lunge. Solidify through your foundations. Scrub that right foot underneath you as you drive that left heel back behind you. Can you square off through the hips, making sure that the hips are leveled up? Take an inhale here. Now I want you to straighten out through that right leg as you bend that left leg, almost as if that left knee wants to hover an inch or two away from the earth. Option to stay here, keep your shoulders down your back body, or option to reach your left heel with your left hand. Making sure your chest is forward. On your next inhale, bend through that right leg, hands meet at heart center, crouching warrior. Focus on the fold of that right hip. On your exhale, straighten through that right leg. Listen closely now. Inhale. Open your hips up into Ardha Chandrasana. Shoulders stay down the back body. Keep active in that left leg. Flex that left foot as you bend through that right leg. And we're going to lower this left foot down with as much control as you muster into Warrior 2. Can you pull that right hip back as you roll that left hip forward? Can you reach forward with that right hand as you reach back with that left? We're going to take 5 breaths in this Warrior 2. Can you stay long through that right side body? Beautiful. Take one last breath wherever you are. On your next exhale, left hand plants down to the very tops of your mat. As it lands, I want you to roll that left shoulder blade down the back body into Vashisthasana or Wild Thing. If you're coming into Wild Thing, I want you to be active in this Wild Thing by trying to reach that left wrist with that right foot. Notice how the sensation changes here. Take one last breath. On your next exhale, plant the right palm down. Look forward, and I want you to draw that right knee to your nose. Think cat pose with the shoulders. Push the ground away, protracting through the shoulders. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, vinyasa. Downward facing dog, we meet. Beautiful work. This time, second side now. Inhale, the left leg reaches up towards the sky. Bend that left leg. Step the left foot to the outside of left hand. As it lands, exhale, right leg kicks through. Bring that right foot to the very back of your mat into that lizard lunge. Shifting your weight forward and back, really getting into the ankles, getting into those hips. Keep driving towards the back of the room with that right heel. Option to lower down onto your forearms and shifting forward and back. Or option to place blocks underneath your hands, whatever you need to support your journey for today. We'll take one last inhale here. On your exhale, drop that right knee down. Exhale again to push through that left heel into Ardha Hanumanasana. Allow that ankle and the top of that left foot to look and inspect the room around you. Notice how the sensation changes here. And whenever you're ready, just settle into your Ardha Hanumanasana. Take a moment here. On your next breath in, place your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Shift your weight forward. Now we're going to lift this left leg up just to bring it back behind us into this bird dog variation. Drop the top of the left foot down onto the earth. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, we're going to pulse this left leg up for 5, 4. Use your glutes. 2, 1. Flex that left foot. Bring that left foot just in front of you to land in the middle of your mat. As it lands, bend through that left leg. Tuck your right toes behind you. Fold forward into your pyramid pose. Hands or no hands, challenge your balance. On your next inhale, bend through that left leg to rise up into high crescent lunge. Squaring off through the shoulders. Now can you straighten that left leg as you lower that right knee down? Option to stay here, rolling your shoulder blades down the back body, or option to reach towards that right heel with your right hand as your left arm reaches up high towards the sky. Challenge your balance. On your next exhale, lean your weight forward into crouching warrior. Take an inhale here. Exhale, straighten through that left leg. Listen closely now as we open up through the hips into Ardha Chandrasana. Focus on your shoulders down the back body. Don't worry if you're wiggling or shaking. It's part of the game. Inhale to bend through that left leg, just to land the right foot lightly to the very back of your mat into Warrior 2. Can you roll that right hip forward as you pull that left hip behind you? Solidify your foundation, solidify your stance. Can you stay long in that left side body? As your left arm reaches forward and your right arm reaches behind you. Stay long through your spine. One last breath here. On your exhale, cartwheel your right hand to the very top of the mat. As it lands, roll that right shoulder blade down the back body. Your Vashisthasana, side plank, or Wild Thing. In your Wild Thing, I want you to stay active here by trying to tap your right wrist with that left foot. Create that action. Create that activation. One more breath here. On your exhale, left hand plants. Drive your left knee towards your nose. Think cat pose with your upper back. Push the ground away. Separate the shoulder blades. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, left foot meets the right. Take the push-up. Drop knees, followed by the forearms. Look forward. Inhale, pulls your way through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome work, everyone. We're going to flow through that sequence, but keeping at a pace here. Again, explore different movement patterns. Be open and receptive to your own physical vessel. Inhale, right leg reaches up towards the sky. Bend your right leg. Exhale to step your right foot to the outside of right hand, lizard lunge. Inhale. On your exhale, kick that left leg through. Bring that left foot to the very back of the mat. Inhale. On your exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits, bringing your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, drive that right leg up just to bring it back behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm forward. On your exhale, left elbow taps, right knee, hide your heart. Inhale, reach it back. Lower your left hand down. Bring that right leg in front of you to the very middle of your mat. Bend your right leg. Exhale, pyramid pose, hands or no hands. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale to straighten out through that right leg. As you bend through that left leg, option to reach your left hand towards that left heel, spinning your chest forward. Take an inhale. On your exhale, begin to shift forward. Inhale takes you into crouching warrior. Exhale, straighten through that right leg. Inhale, open your hips up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Flex that left foot behind you as you inhale to bend through that right leg. As the left foot lands lightly with control into warrior two. Inhale. On your exhale, left hand plants towards the very top of the mat. Roll your left shoulder blade down into that wild thing. Listen closely for the change coming up. We're going to have some fun with this. Option 2, plant your right hand down, creating that active compression by driving your right knee towards your nose. Or another fun option is to plant your right hand down, land your right knee onto your tricep, look forward, lift that left leg up into Eka Pada Bakasana. Maybe your hips feel lighter after all that hip opening work we did. Take another breath in. On your exhale, vinyasa. Awesome work. So you know what's coming, just have fun with it. Inhale, your left leg reaches up towards the sky. Exhale to step your left foot to the outside of left hand. Inhale into lizard lunge. Exhale, kick that right leg through. Bring that right foot behind you at the back of the mat. Lower your right knee down. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Take another inhale here. On your exhale, lift that left leg up. Bring it back behind you. Inhale, reach your right arm forward into bird dog. Exhale, right elbow taps, left knee, hide your heart, protract through the shoulders. Inhale, return to center. Lower your right hand down as your left leg comes back and forward towards the middle of your mat. Bend your left knee as you shift your hips back into space, pyramid pose. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge. Exhale to bend through that right leg as you straighten out through that left leg. Option to reach that right heel with your right hand as you reach that left arm up towards the sky. Focus on your balance. Inhale here. As you exhale, transition into crouching warrior. Take an inhale. Exhale, straighten out through the left leg. Inhale, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Focus on your balance. Inhale to bend through that left leg as the right foot reaches towards the very of the back of the mat. Exhale, warrior two. Take an inhale here. On your next exhale, cartwheel that right hand towards the very top of your mat. Roll that right shoulder blade down into your wild thing or Vashisthasana, your choice. You know exactly where we're going. But you have a couple of options. You can drive that left knee to your eyes or your nose, or for those of you who want to fly, go ahead and plant your left hand down, look forward, land your left knee down onto your triceps, lean forward until that right leg flies up. Look forward, stabilize through your shoulders, keep pushing the ground away. Breathe here. On your exhale, vinyasa. And we meet in downward facing dog. One last round. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of right hand. Take an inhale in this lizard lunge. On your exhale, kick that left leg through. Left foot meets at the very back of the mat. Inhale here. On your exhale, shift your hips back into space. Hands come with you to meet underneath your shoulders into Ardha Hanumanasana. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, bird dog, bringing that right leg behind you. Reaching your left arm forward. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, left elbow taps, right knee. Come back into bird dog. Lower your left hand down. Drive that right leg just in front of you. Bend that right leg into your exhale in pyramid pose. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, bend through that left leg as you straighten out through the right. Try reaching towards that left heel with your left hand. Keep driving up through the glutes. Inhale. On your exhale, transitioning into crouching warrior. As you arrive, take an inhale. Exhale, straighten out through the right leg. Inhale, open up your hips into Ardha Chandrasana. Bend through that right leg on your inhale as you lower the left foot behind you. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, find your warrior two. Take another breath in. On your next breath out, left hand plants to the very top of your mat into that wild thing. Take another inhale here. On your exhale, right hand plants. Drive that right knee up high towards your right tricep. Lean forward, look forward. Lift that left leg up. Eka Pada Bakasana, flying crow pose. Stay active in the feet here. Keep pushing the ground away. Look forward. Don't look underneath you. Look forward. Look forward into your potential. On your next exhale, vinyasa, or skip it. Your choice, your practice. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Final side together, y'all. Let's groove and move together. You've got this. Stick with it. Connect to your breath. Trust your energy to move you from space to space. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend your left leg, step your left foot to the outside of left hand. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, drive with power. Right leg kicks through. Right foot meets at the very back of the mat. Lizard lunge, inhale. On your exhale, right knee lowers. Shift your hips back into space. Your hands come underneath your shoulders for Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Inhale here. On your exhale, transition into that bird dog. As that left leg reaches back, reach your right arm forward. Inhale. On your exhale, right elbow taps, left knee, hide your heart. Reach it back forward. Plant your right hand down. Drive through this left leg to bring it back towards the center of your mat. Bend your left leg down. Tuck your right toes behind you. Exhale, pyramid pose. You fold. Inhale, strong legs, high crescent lunge. On your next exhale, keep bending through that right leg as you straighten out through the left leg. Reach your right heel with your right hand and reach your left arm up towards the sky. Take an inhale here. Take an exhale as you transition into crouching warrior. Inhale as you arrive. Exhale to straighten out through that left leg. Inhale, open your hips into Ardha Chandrasana. Keep your gaze focused in front of you. Inhale to bend through that left leg as that right foot lands lightly with control to the very back of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale here. On your next exhale, right hand plants at the very top of your mat. Find your wild thing, or your Vashisthasana. You know exactly where we're going. Trust yourself to have strength to get you there. Exhale to plant the left hand down. Shift your hips forward. Land that left knee onto the left tricep until you float the right leg up. Keep looking forward. Keep squeezing your feet. Look towards your potential. On your exhale, vinyasa. Take 5 full breaths in downward facing dog. Beautiful, beautiful work. Notice the heat in your body. Can you lean into the cooling effects of your inhales and the warming sensation of your exhales? Try to breathe slow with awareness of how the breath is filling your belly, your lungs, your chest. Good news is that you have a 10-count journey to the very top of the mat into a forward fold. You can slowly tiptoe your way for the count of 10, keeping your shoulders in the same place, or if handstands are part of your practice, I invite you to experiment and jump however many times you desire. Try to fight for that hang time, try to fight for that control. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs. Bottom of your exhale, your journey to the top of the mat starts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Uttanasana, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale to halfway lift, almost as if you're looking over the edge of a cliff. Exhale to fold. Bend your legs, circle chair. Allow this moment to give yourself the opportunity to get rid of stuck energy. Energy in motion is emotion. So allow your body to express the wordless. And just be free. Bring in awareness of how you're articulating through your spine. Bring in awareness into the strength of your legs. And whenever you're ready, we'll meet in Tadasana. And I invite you to close your eyes in your Tadasana for a moment, flipping the palms forward. Feel how grounded your feet feel with the earth underneath you. And on your next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, lower your hips down into Utkatasana, chair pose. Stay active in the inner thighs. Come up onto the tips of your toes. You know exactly where we're going. As you ride that elevator down, land on top of your heels with control by driving your knees up towards your collarbones. As you land in this toast pose, feel free to stay here, hang out. But for those of you who want to do another arm balance, go for Bakasana. And we've been working on a lot of asymmetrical asanas today. So Bakasana is the opportunity to get that symmetry into your practice. So from toast pose, I want you to bring your knees onto your triceps. You can place your knees lower towards your elbows, but the gaze is really important in all your arm balances. You will always want to look forward and not below you, because your eyes are going to direct where your body is going to go. So think cat pose with the shoulders, land the knees, active feet, look forward. Option to stay here, or for those of you who want to press your crow pose, I invite you to do that into a tuck handstand, handstand, any shape you choose. We're here for 3, 2, on 1. One final vinyasa. And from upward facing dog, just lower your hips down. Lower the right forearm, followed by the left. Gentle Sphinx pose. And breathe here. And from here, push through the forearms into your child's pose. Feel free to take this child into an embryo pose. Begin your journey into a slow pace of energy. And begin to process where you were to where you are now. How do you rise up to the challenge? How do you smile in moments of effort? How do you bring a sense of exploration without the criticism into your practice? Because there is a difference between criticism and being honest with yourself. Beautiful work. Slowly inhale to rise out of it. Your journey onto your back body. However you choose to get there is totally your choice. From here, we are going to release our diaphragm through a series of supported bridge poses. So as you inhale, I want you to tuck your tailbone underneath you. And as you exhale, press down through the feet as you lift your hips up, maintaining that posterior tuck of the pelvis. And I want you to inhale everything in through your nose. And I want you to really exaggerate the exhale by exhaling everything, even if you think you have no breath to exhale out. Inhale, slowly lower your back and your hips down onto the earth. On your next exhale, drive down through the feet, posterior tuck of the pelvis. Inhale. Exhale everything out through your mouth. Exaggerate the out breath. Beautiful. Slowly release. Ananda malasana, happy baby pose. Excuse me. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Bend your legs, or feel free to straighten your legs, whatever feels good for you at this very moment. Make sure that your low back is imprinted onto the floor. Feeling the sensation of this final folding place of your journey. Then whenever you're ready, release your feet and allow your body to take any position in Shavasana. let go. Allow yourself to move from a place of doing to a place of being. Invite a softness into your container. Express gratitude to yourself for showing up to the practice for you. Yoga is not commercial, it is very personal. How can you take this practice and use it as a utility into the mystical? How can you take this practice to benefit all areas of your life for all beings in all times and places? Feel free to stay in this Shavasana as long as you choose. As always, it was so much fun to practice with you today. Thank you for flowing with me wherever in the world you may be. And I want you to thank yourself for showing up for you and your practice and getting that energy moving throughout your body. Because energy in motion is emotion. And if this practice has spoken to you, please drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you wherever you are in the world. Please have a beautiful day, and thank you for practicing with me here in this place. And I look forward to share movement and breath with you in the future. I bow down to your efforts. Thank you.